everyone. So today our topic on which we'll be discussing is, are these online rating reliable? So you have been wondering what are these ratings? So if you have been purchased from Amazon or any online e-commerce websites, then you should have seen their rating behind every uh, product which you see or you'll intend to buy. So do these rating really helps us to make a better choice? So on this is the scenario on which we'll be exploring it more, like what this rating benefits us, or as a customer or as a producer, how these both can benefit from rating. So first of all, I'm just worried about, like, are these rating really considerable or reliable? Should we rely on those ratings? So the answer is sometimes yes, but sometimes no. Okay, so it might seem a little bit confusing, but I would say the rating which are given by the real customers to on the platforms are really reliable to take the data and do some analysis on it to whether to buy a product or not. Why do online reviews and rating matter? Okay, so from the government data, it has been seen that around 79% of the good purchased from the e-commerce website are really rated one. Okay, like if some product has a rating of 5 star or maybe 4 and above, the probability of getting it bought by the customer is slighter higher. And the rate, and if the product have rating lower than less than 2, then the probability of getting it bought by the customer is low. Only 12% are trying to expose the poor vendor. For example, if a producer want to sell the object, they doesn't want to sell the objects, or they doesn't want to show the poor rating, because it also hampers their sales. Okay, so I would say giving honest review and on deciding on it is far better than buying on the fake one. Okay, so are these trust rating worth it? Okay, so from here I have a stat which shows, like, how many people or how many percentage of people do buy. So if you see from the first graph, you'll know that sometimes around 48% of people see the reviews and before buying something. Okay, and often 16% of people look for the rating. So if you add these both, around 65 to 70% of customers do look for the ratings before buying or before considering to buy a product. Okay, so getting some downside of this topic, I have Sunil with me. So he'll be introducing you some downside of ratings. Hi Sunil, I'm audible to you. You
Okay,
can go ahead.
my point is okay. The studies behind the review. We know more and more brands are starting to include soft incentives, just like discounts on the next purchases for those who review their products. And it's not just like all about quantity either; it's all about profit of their products. Businesses are making a consequence efforts to grab the negative reviews, including calling out fake reviews on social medias. Uh, Nowadays, we always see there are fake comments on the products, and to increase their popularity and to increase their sales. Poor reviews on fairly new restaurants on Zomato are most always followed up by a call from management. Always they ask how they can make your next visit better. All these are the strategies to catch their products more popular. My next point is the dark side of the review economy. Given that consumer generated the review can result in an 18% increase in sales, there is a bound to be odd apple in the business world that is going to be try something shady to achieve the number. Given that a consumer generated reviews can result in 18% increase in sales, and it is unfortunate because it clearly hurts the digital space but fake reviews are still readily available on freelancing sites like Fiverr. You can buy any number of reviews between $10 to $500 depending on the type of product and service and depending on the number of reviews. Okay, knowing the difference what is real and what is fake. By all the following below following points, we can check what is real and what is fake. We can check the feedback. Just note the rating, star ratings. While the star rating doesn't really give you much to go on, the feedbacks or comments tell you the exactly what the reviewers liked or what he want to say about that product. We should check if the user is verified by the website or not verified by the website. One of the easiest way to check the review is real or fake is to look the user who is verified or not. We can consider the quality of the review of the comment. Okay, we can go with the quality of the review, just not by the quantity of the reviews. We can check the reviewer's profile. More websites give you access to view the profile of the people leaving the comments, not to sound too much like a detective, but running a small background check to survey the product the person has previously reviewed should give you a fair idea about that product. We should keep eyes out for extremist behavior. If the reviewer has a tendency of rating only in either 1 or 5 stars, you might not get a clear representation of the product. Now, the next topic is importance of rating any brand or product. According to the stats, 93% of people say online review impact their buying decisions. Uh, just like they review on the websites and check the ratings, and they just buy that product according to the ratings. And 78% of the consumers trust online review as much as personal recommendation. Just like 78% reviewers, they trust the ratings and buy that product just like someone is recommending that product to them. And 90% of people take the time to read online reviews before visiting a business. Just according to the stats, 90% of the people, they read the full comments or the full review to check the product whether it is good for them or bad for them. Now my teammate Sudhanshu Notial will continue all the topics.
Thank you, Sunil. I'll take over now. Am I visible?
Yes, Sudhanshu, you're visible right now.
Okay. So the next question that arises is, does the impact of online reviews change depending on the business sector? So the obvious answer is yes, because different business sector have different reactions to the online review system. As in stat says, in 2017, only 13% of consumers said they were likely to leave a review of a positive experience at a bank, but after a year, it just increased by 5%. And another stat says that 70% of car buyers always check online reviews before contacting a dealer. It must be so. We can relate to this incident as when we buy something online from Amazon, or we buy our phones, we buy our headphones, everything that we buy, we always check the review ourselves, just because so that stable we can trust the company, or just by looking at the positive reviews, we get that moral support that this should be a good product. So carrying on to the next topic, does age matter when it comes to consumer opinions about reviews? Yes, age matters, as 86% of consumers read reviews for local business, and these people are aged from 18 to 34, like the mid age. And while the 61% of people aged over 55 want business to have four plus stars, actually, because they have more quality issues. They want the product to be authentic and most affordable and genuine. And 80% of the 18 to 30-year-olds have written online reviews, compared with 41% of consumers over 55. Because I think that the teenagers are most aware of the technology, and they know it very well that how much these reviews have importance. So they always consider these reviews very much. To sum up it all, I would like to say that, as my friends said, that first they started with how can these reviews be reliable at all. First my friend started with, so he said that yes, they are reliable, because when we buy a product, it actually let us know that is that product really good. Then we talked about how these ratings, does it matter at all or not. Then we came up to the new thing, why do customers give rating. And then my friend Sunil explained that the strategy behind these ratings, that why do companies, what is there for them in these ratings. And then there was explained the dark side of the review economy, which explained to us that uh, the reviews can always not be trustworthy, sometimes they can be fishy. And knowing the difference, that's what matters, right? Knowing the difference, how these reviews can be trusted, what reviews can be trusted, what are not to be trusted. So what's real and what's not real, it was explained. And the importance of rating any brand or product. And we should, as the citizens, we should always try to rate the product which we buy or which we use, so that the other people can get help from these reviews. Also, let's not forget that over 90% of brand conversation take place in the actual world, where marketers cannot participate and not online. And there are tons of online review facts and stats on the internet that show that a positive review builds trust, increase conversation rates, and generate new and repeat custom and foster loyalty. So that's all from our side. Thank you very much.